Hello everyone, welcome to VLearn Tutorials. Hope you all are doing well today. In this video, we are going to do physical properties of metals and non-metals. So let's start with the properties of metals. Metals are hard and shiny. So this you can see also, it's clearly visible that all the metals, they are hard and shiny. Shiny, you can also name it by the word lustrous. Second one is they can be beaten into sheets, and when they are beaten into sheets, this property is known as malleability. Gold and silver, they are the most malleable metals, and one most common example I want to discuss is aluminium foil paper. You can see mostly in our houses also we use aluminium foil paper to wrap the food. So that foil paper, it is made up from aluminium metal. So due to the property of malleability of metals, they can be beaten into sheets. Next property is metals are ductile. Ductile means when they are drawn into the shape of wires. Again, you might have seen copper wires. So that copper, it is molded into the form of wires. If you see, gold is the most ductile metal. So due to these properties, ductility and malleability, you can see gold and silver, they can be molded into numerous shapes, due to which so many items, like n number of items, they are available of gold and silver. Metals are good conductors of heat and they generally have high melting points. So due to this reason, mostly cooking vessels or cooking utensils, they are made up of metals. So the next one is metals are conductors of electricity. So apart from good conductors of heat, metals are also good conductors of electricity. And this example also we can see in our homes. If you see any wire or any cable, you can see that wire, it is wrapped or it is covered with plastic coating. So why that plastic coating is PVC material, and it is covered to protect us from getting electric shock, as metals, they are good conductors of electricity. The last one is metals are sonorous. Sonorous means when you hit any metal, a sound will be produced. So if you see school bells, so why they are made up of metals? Because on ringing you can hear a sound. So why you can hear a sound? Because metals are sonorous. So these are all the properties of metals, and let's discuss few exceptions now. So the properties which we have discussed just now, all the metals generally they will show those properties, but we do have some exceptions. So let's discuss those now. So just now we have discussed that all metals, they are hard and they are solid at room temperature, apart from mercury. See, mercury is the only metal which is liquid. See, this metal, it is liquid at room temperature. So this is the first exception. The second one is gallium and cesium, they have low melting points. So in the properties of metals, we have discussed that all metals, they have high melting points, but these two metals, gallium and cesium, they have low melting points. Alkali metals, lithium, potassium and sodium, they are soft such that they can be cut with knife also, and in properties we have already discussed all metals are hard. So all metals are hard except from these three metals, lithium, potassium and sodium. So these are alkali metals. Why alkali metals? Because these metals, they are soluble in water. So these metals, lithium, sodium and potassium, they are very soft that you can cut these metals with the help of knife also. So this was all about physical properties of metals. Now let's discuss physical properties of non-metals. So let's discuss the properties of non-metals now. So all the properties which we have done for metals, the properties for non-metals will be opposite. So let's see how. Metals we have done, they are hard and lustrous. Non-metals, they are soft and non-lustrous, means they are not shiny and they are soft. So non-metals, they are not malleable and they are not ductile. Non-metals, they cannot be beaten into sheets nor they can be drawn into the shape of wires. They are poor conductors of heat and electricity. And the last one is they are non-sonorous. See, all the properties are opposite like we have discussed in case of metals. So these were the properties of non-metals, and in case of non-metals also we do have few exceptions. So let's do the exceptions now. The exceptions of the non-metals are given. Iodine, it is a non-metal but it is lustrous, means it is shiny. We have done in the properties that non-metals are non-lustrous, but there is one exception, iodine, which is a lustrous non-metal, shiny non-metal. Diamond is the hardest substance. This again we have done in the properties that all non-metals, they are soft, but here we do have one exception of diamond. Diamond is also non-metal but it is the hardest substance. Graphite, again it is a non-metal but it is a good conductor of electricity. So we have done non-metals, they are poor conductors of heat and electricity, but we do have this exception, graphite, it is a good conductor of electricity. So generally the properties which we have discussed for non-metals, all the non-metals, they will show those properties except these non-metals. So this was all about physical properties of metals and non-metals. So let's discuss few questions now. The question is, give examples of metals. So first one is a metal which is liquid at room temperature. So this we have already done in the exceptions, that mercury is the metal which is liquid at room temperature. The second one is can be easily cut with a knife. Again this we have done in the exceptions. We have done three metals are very soft, lithium, potassium and sodium. Very soft that they can be cut with the knife. So same you can mention any, you can mention sodium or potassium or lithium. So these metals they can be cut with the knife. So the next one, sodium and its symbol is Na. So next one is best conductor of heat. The metal which is best conductor of heat is silver. See, all the metals they are good conductors of heat, but silver it is the best conductor. So after silver, copper is also a good conductor, but silver is the best. So the next question is poor conductor of heat. So steel is the poor conductor of heat. So this you have to remember, which metal is the poor conductor of heat? Steel is the poor conductor of heat. So this was the related questions to the physical properties of metals. So this was all about physical properties of metals and non-metals. So I'll continue with chemical properties of metals in the next video. Do share, do subscribe if you like the video. Hope to see you in my next one.